There are mountains people climb, and there are mountains people avoid. Then there are mountains people don't talk about at all, not because they don't know about them, but because saying the name out loud feels like an invitation. If you look at it from a distance, the mountain doesn't seem special. No jagged peaks, no dramatic cliffs, no warning signs screaming danger. It just sits there, watching. Locals don't point at it. They don't hike it. They don't build near it. And if you ask them why, they'll change the subject or tell you a story that ends the same way every time. Those who enter don't come back. Before we go any further, understand this. This is not a story about a monster. It's about a place, and places don't chase you. They wait. The mountain lies beyond the last paved road, past the farms, past the shrines, where cell service fades and the air feels heavier. People who've stood at its edge describe the same sensation, a pressure behind the eyes, a ringing in the ears, and a sudden, irrational urge to turn around. Most listen. Some don't. The first recorded disappearance happened decades ago. A surveyor, experienced, confident, paid to map new terrain. He told his wife he'd be gone for 2 days. He packed light, marked his route, left notes. The mountain didn't return any of it. Search teams found his camp untouched, food uneaten, boots neatly placed outside the tent, as if he'd stepped away and never felt the need to come back. That was the first sign. The mountain doesn't take people violently. It convinces them to stay. After that, disappearances came slowly. A hunter tracking deer too far uphill. A photographer chasing the perfect shot. A hiker who ignored the local silence. Every case ended the same way. No bodies. No struggle. No explanation. Just absence. If you read drawn to stories rooted in real fear, the kind that don't to rely on monsters, subscribe to true crime files, these are the stories people warn you about. Quietly, the elders say the mountain is hollow. Not physically, spiritually. They say it's a mouth. And once you cross a certain point, it starts to feed. Those who've turned back describe hearing footsteps behind them, matching their pace, stopping when they stop. But when they turn around, nothing is there. One man, a university student named Ren, documented his hike, audio recordings, voice notes. His last recording begins calmly. Then his breathing changes. I think the path moved, he says. Then silence. Then, softly, there's someone calling my name. They never found Ren. But days later, hikers reported hearing a young man's voice echoing from the trees, asking for help, begging, guiding people deeper. The mountain learns. There's a line on the trail locals call the quiet step. Past it, insects stop chirping. Birds vanish. Even the wind goes still. People say that's where the mountain starts listening. Those who cross the quiet step report strange things. Paths looping back unnaturally. Landmarks shifting. Time stretching. Hours feel like minutes. Minutes feel like nothing at all. And then you feel watched. not from behind. From beneath your feet, one rescue worker broke protocol. He crossed the quiet steps searching for a missing hiker. He returned, barely. His hair had turned white, not from age, from fear. He refused medical treatment, sat rocking, repeating one sentence. It asked me to stay. When pressed, he explained. He said the mountain didn't speak out loud. It spoke inside him, using his own thoughts, his own regrets, his own loneliness. You don't have to go back, it told him. No one needs you there. You can rest here. The mountain doesn't trap you. It convinces you that leaving is pointless. Satellite images show something unsettling. The mountain's interior appears wrong. Shadows where there should be rock, empty space where there shouldn't be any. Like something vast beneath the surface. And sometimes at night, lights appear, deep in the forest, moving, slowly, as if people are still walking, long after they should have stopped. Villagers say the swallowed don't die. They're absorbed, their memories, their voices, their fears, all recycled, used to lure the next ones in. One woman claimed she saw her missing brother standing at the tree line. He smiled, looked healthy, peaceful. He raised his hand and stepped backward into the forest, into the mountain. She never saw him again. Today, the mountain is marked on maps, but no trails are maintained. No signs warn visitors. Because warnings don't work, curiosity always wins. Search drones still lose signal. Cameras fail. Compasses spin. The mountain doesn't like being observed, only entered. If you ever stand before a mountain that feels wrong, if the silence presses in, if turning back feels harder than going forward, listen, because the mountain doesn't chase. It waits. And if you hear your name echoing from the trees, don't answer, because once you do, the mountain knows you belong to it. If you made it to the end of this story, ask yourself something tonight. If the mountain offered you peace, would you stay? Subscribe to True Crime Files for stories that don't let go. And tell us in the comments, would you turn back or keep walking?